When you begin to change your inner assumptions, the outer world starts to shift in ways that might seem subtle at first, but gradually become undeniable. Imagination is the foundation upon which all transformation is built. You see, what you continually picture in your mind, with emotional intensity, begins to weave itself into the fabric of your reality. The life you wish to live is not distant or unattainable, it exists within the realm of your imagination. By repeatedly focusing on this imagined life, you breathe life into it. The key is to be deliberate in your imagining. It is not enough to idly dream without conviction. You must immerse yourself fully in the vision. Allow yourself to experience the feelings that would arise if you were already delivering that life. Feel the joy, the confidence, the peace that accompanies this new reality. The more real it becomes in your mind, the more real it will become in your life. Your imagination holds infinite power, but it requires consistency. One fleeting thought will not be enough to reshape your world. Instead, you must return to this vision repeatedly, every day, building it in your mind until it becomes so vivid that it begins to spill over into your waking life. Doubt may arise, but do not let it pull you away from your vision. Hold on to your imagination with faith, for it is the blueprint of the reality you are creating. Everything that exists in your outer world is the result of the ideas you have previously entertained and nurtured. If you wish to change the course of your life, you must begin by changing the inner landscape. Imagine only what you desire, and trust that this image, held persistently, will draw the circumstances, people, and events necessary to bring it to life. The transformation of your life begins with the consistent and deliberate use of your imagination. To change your life, you must assume the feeling of your desired state as if it were already true. This is not a passive act of wishing or hoping, but an active embodiment of the reality you seek to create. You must step into the version of yourself that already lives in the state you desire. When you assume this feeling, you align yourself with the frequency of that reality, drawing it closer with every thought, action, and emotion that you embody. It is not enough to simply imagine the change. You must feel it, as though it has already happened. Think of it like trying on a new set of clothes. When you put them on, you feel different, more confident, more powerful. Similarly, when you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you begin to act, speak, and carry yourself in a way that reflects this new state of being. The outer world may not have caught up yet, but that does not matter. The moment you assume the feeling, the change has already begun on an energetic level. It is only a matter of time before the physical world reflects this inner shift. Persist in this feeling, even when circumstances seem unchanged or even contradictory. Your outer world is merely a reflection of your previous state of consciousness. By remaining faithful to your assumption, you will eventually see the world around you transform to match your new inner state. It is the feeling, the conviction, that magnetizes your desired reality toward you. When you live as though your desire is already fulfilled, you open the door for that reality to manifest in your life. Your consciousness is the ultimate creator of your reality. Every thought, every belief, and every assumption you hold shapes the world around you. Nothing in your external life exists independent of your inner state. It may seem as though the world operates on its own, with forces outside of your control dictating the course of events, but this is an illusion. The true power lies within your awareness, within the thoughts and feelings you entertain consistently. When you begin to understand that your consciousness is the source of your experiences, you realize that you are never at the mercy of circumstances. You are the creator of those circumstances. What you focus on internally, whether it be thoughts of abundance, love, or lack, will materialize in your external world. Your consciousness acts as a mirror, reflecting back to you the essence of what you carry within. To change your life, you must first change your consciousness. This requires more than just fleeting thoughts of positivity or success. It demands a sustained focus, a shift in your core beliefs, and a dedication to maintaining a higher state of awareness. You must cultivate the consciousness of the person who already possesses what you desire. Every time you affirm this inner state, you strengthen the connection between your consciousness and the external reality that matches it. This power is always present, whether you are aware of it or not. It works both ways. If you entertain thoughts of doubt, fear, or limitation, those too will manifest in your life. You cannot escape the influence of your consciousness, for it is the driving force behind all creation. Embrace this power with intentionality. Know that by deliberately choosing what you allow into your consciousness, you are directly influencing the path your life will take. Persisting in your assumption, even in the face of apparent contradictions, is the key to creating lasting change in your life. When you first set out to transform your reality, it is natural to encounter resistance both from the external world and from within yourself. The present circumstances you see are simply the result of past thoughts and beliefs that have solidified into form. They are not permanent, nor are they the final say in what your future holds. What matters most is how you respond to them. When you persist in assuming the reality you desire, you are actively choosing to dwell in the state of your wish fulfilled, regardless of what the outer world shows you. This persistence is not about forcing or controlling the external conditions, it is about maintaining an unwavering belief in your inner vision. Even if everything around you seems to contradict your assumption, you must remain steadfast in your belief that your desired outcome is inevitable. Every time you persist, you strengthen your inner conviction, and this inner conviction has a powerful impact on the world around you. The more you dwell in the assumption of your desired state, the more the external world begins to shift in response. Circumstances that once seemed immovable begin to bend and change to align with your inner reality. It may not happen overnight, but with persistence it will happen. This process requires patience and faith. It can be tempting to give up when you don't see immediate results, but giving up only reinforces the old reality. You must remain committed to your assumption, knowing that the outer world will eventually catch up. Your persistence is what bridges the gap between your current circumstances and the reality you wish to create. By holding firm to your vision, regardless of appearances, you demonstrate the power of your consciousness to shape your life. Your current reality is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state of being. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, and every feeling you allow to linger within you manifests outwardly in some form. What you see in your life right now is simply a mirror of what you have consistently nurtured in your mind. If you want to change your external circumstances, you must begin by changing what you carry within yourself. It is easy to look at the world around you and feel as though it controls you, as though you are subject to forces beyond your control. But this is an illusion. The world is not acting upon you, it is reacting to you. Every relationship, every opportunity, and every challenge you face is a reflection of your internal state. The people you meet, the situations you encounter, are all drawn to you by the frequency of your thoughts and emotions. If you are dissatisfied with your current reality, the answer does not lie in trying to manipulate the outer world. Instead, it lies in examining your inner world. What thoughts have you been entertaining? What beliefs have you accepted as true? What emotions have you allowed to guide you? These are the forces that shape your life, and until you change them, your outer circumstances will remain the same. When you begin to change your inner state by cultivating thoughts of abundance, love, and fulfillment, you will notice the world around you shifting. People will respond to you differently. New opportunities will arise. Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will dissolve. The change may seem subtle at first, but with continued focus and persistence, it will grow more pronounced. Your outer world cannot help but reflect your inner reality. The law is absolute. As within, so without. If you want a better life, a more fulfilling career, deeper relationships, or greater peace, you must first embody those qualities within yourself. Change the way you think and feel, and watch as your external circumstances begin to align with this new state of being. The world is your mirror, and it will reflect back to you the essence of who you are within. Detaching from the present circumstances is essential when you are creating a new reality. The external world often reflects past beliefs and assumptions, and if you remain fixated on what is currently happening, you will continue to recreate the same reality over and over again. Detachment is not about ignoring or denying your present situation, but about withdrawing your emotional investment from it. By doing so, you free yourself from the grip of the past and open up space for your desired reality to emerge. It is easy to become discouraged when the external world does not immediately match the vision you hold within. But you must remember that what you see right now is simply the outpicturing of old thoughts and feelings. It has no bearing on what you are capable of creating in the future. To dwell on present appearances is to give them power over you, to allow them to dictate your thoughts, feelings, and actions. But when you detach from these appearances, you reclaim your power and redirect it toward your inner vision. Detachment requires faith in the unseen. It means trusting that the process of creation is already underway, even if there is no physical evidence to support it yet. It is about letting go of the need to control or force the outcome, knowing that your desire is already fulfilled on an inner level. When you are no longer emotionally tied to the present conditions, you become a powerful creator because your focus is entirely on the reality you wish to manifest, not on the limitations of the current moment. This does not mean you neglect the present or live in denial. It simply means you approach your current circumstances with a sense of neutrality. You acknowledge them for what they are, temporary manifestations of past thinking, but you do not let them define your future. Instead, you shift your attention to the reality you are consciously creating and allow that to become your dominant focus. As you detach from the present, you will find that the world around you begins to shift in unexpected ways. Doors that once seemed closed will open, and opportunities will arise places you never imagined. The present moment will start to reflect the new state of consciousness you are cultivating within. The key is to remain patient and trust the process, knowing that detachment from the present is what allows your future to unfold in alignment with your highest desires. Living in the end means fully immersing yourself in the feeling of having already achieved your desired outcome. It requires you to experience, in your mind and emotions, the reality you wish to manifest as though it has already come to pass. This means embodying the state of being you envision for yourself, and allowing that feeling to guide your actions, decisions, and interactions. When you live in the end, you align your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors with the fulfillment of your desire. It is not enough to simply imagine or hope for what you want. You must fully embrace the emotional experience of having it now. This involves adopting the mindset and behaviors that match the person who has already achieved their goal. For example, if you desire success in your career, you must think and act like a successful professional, carrying yourself with confidence and assurance. This approach shifts your vibration to match the frequency of your desired outcome. By consistently living in the end, you send a clear signal to the universe that this new reality is your chosen state. This signal, when maintained with conviction, begins to attract circumstances, people, and opportunities that resonate with this new vibration. The more you immerse yourself in the feeling of fulfillment, the more you create a magnetic pull that draws your desires closer to you. Living in the end also requires you to maintain this feeling even in the face of contrary evidence. The current reality may not yet reflect your desires, but by remaining steadfast in your assumption of fulfillment, you reinforce the reality you are creating. It is about holding on to the feeling of success, abundance, or love, regardless of what the external world shows you. This persistence transforms your internal state into a powerful force that shapes your outer world. As you consistently live in the end, you will find that your actions and decisions naturally align with your desired outcome. Your behavior, choices, and interactions will begin to reflect this new reality, further reinforcing it. The process may take time, but by living in the end with unwavering belief, you pave the way for your desired reality to manifest. It is through this embodiment of the fulfilled state that your dreams gradually take shape and become your lived experience. Breaking free from limiting beliefs is essential for creating meaningful change in your life. These beliefs, often formed from past experiences or societal conditioning, act as barriers to achieving your desires. They are deeply ingrained assumptions about what is possible or achievable, and they dictate the limits of your potential. To manifest a new reality, you must first challenge and dismantle these constraints. Limiting beliefs often arise from fear or self-doubt. They can tell you that you're not worthy of success, that your dreams are unrealistic, or that you lack the ability to achieve your goals. These beliefs are powerful because they influence your thoughts, feelings, and actions, often without you even realizing it. They create a self-fulfilling prophecy by setting a subconscious ceiling on what you believe you can accomplish. To break free from these limitations, you must first become aware of them. Reflect on your thoughts and identify any recurring patterns of self-sabotage or negative self-talk. Notice the areas where you might be holding yourself back and question the validity of these beliefs. Are they based on facts, or are they merely perceptions that can be changed? Once you have identified your limiting beliefs, you need to actively challenge and replace them. This involves consciously substituting these old beliefs with new, empowering ones. For instance, if you have always believed that you are not capable of achieving your dreams, replace that thought with one that acknowledges your potential and ability. Affirmations and positive self-talk can be powerful tools in this process, helping to reprogram your subconscious mind. Additionally, take actions that align with your new beliefs. Begin to act as though you already possess the qualities or success you desire. This might mean stepping out of your comfort zone, pursuing opportunities that previously seemed out of reach, or surrounding yourself with people who support and uplift you. As you align your actions with your new beliefs, you reinforce them and make them more real in your life. Breaking free from limiting beliefs is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It requires continuous effort and self-awareness to recognize and challenge old patterns. By persistently replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones and aligning your actions with your new mindset, you gradually dismantle the barriers that have been holding you back. This process opens up new possibilities and allows you to reach your full potential, ultimately enabling you to create the life you truly desire. Understanding that your thoughts shape your reality is crucial for manifesting your desires. The concept that your inner mental state directly influences your external circumstances is not merely a philosophical idea, but a practical principle that governs the manifestation process. Your thoughts are not passive or inconsequential. They are active forces that mold your experiences and outcomes. Every thought you entertain carries a vibration that resonates with the universe. These vibrations are not isolated. They interact with the collective energies around you and attract similar frequencies. When you focus on positive, uplifting thoughts, you send out a signal that draws similar energies and circumstances into your life. Conversely, negative or limiting thoughts attract experiences that match those frequencies. This is why it is essential to be mindful of what you are thinking and how those thoughts align with your desired outcomes. To harness the power of your thoughts effectively, you must become aware of and control your mental landscape. This involves consciously directing your thoughts toward what you want to create, rather than what you wish to avoid. It requires a deliberate effort to focus on positive outcomes and to imagine the successful realization of your goals. Visualization exercises, affirmations, and positive self-talk can help reinforce this focus. Understanding that your thoughts shape reality also means recognizing that you have the power to change your circumstances by changing your thoughts. If you are unhappy with the results in your life, it is not the external world that needs to change first, it is your internal thought patterns. By shifting your mental focus from what you lack or fear to what you desire and appreciate, you begin to alter the reality that manifests around you. This shift in thought patterns involves more than just occasional positive thinking. It requires a sustained commitment to maintaining a mindset that aligns with your desired outcomes. When faced with challenges or setbacks, return to your positive focus and remind yourself of the reality you are creating. Your thoughts must consistently reflect the state you wish to achieve, reinforcing your intention and facilitating its manifestation. Ultimately, your thoughts are a powerful tool for shaping your reality. By understanding and applying this principle, you take control of the creation process, ensuring that your mental focus is aligned with your deepest desires. This conscious and deliberate thinking transforms your inner world, which in turn transforms your outer world, bringing your dreams and goals into tangible reality. Harnessing the power of emotions is a critical component in manifesting your desires. Emotions are not just fleeting feelings, they are powerful energy sources that play a crucial role in the manifestation process. When you deeply connect with the emotional experience of your desires, you amplify the manifestation process by aligning your inner state with the reality you wish to create. Emotions act as a bridge between your thoughts and your reality. They give your thoughts substance and intensity, infusing them with the energy necessary to bring them to fruition. When you feel a strong emotional connection to your desires, you are essentially sending out a powerful signal to the universe, one that resonates deeply and attracts similar energies. This is why feeling the emotions associated with your desired outcome is so important. To effectively use emotions in manifestation, you must first cultivate a deep and genuine connection to the feelings of your desired outcome. For example, if you desire to achieve success, you should not only think about success, but also feel the excitement, pride, and satisfaction that come with it. Imagine yourself already experiencing these emotions and let them fill you completely. This emotional immersion creates a vibrational match with your goal, drawing it closer to you. It is also important to be aware of and manage negative emotions that may arise during the manifestation process. Doubt, fear, and frustration can create resistance and hinder your progress. Instead of letting these emotions dominate, acknowledge them without letting them dictate your state of being. Redirect your focus back to positive, empowering emotions that align with your desired outcome. This practice helps maintain a high vibration and keeps your energy aligned with what you want to manifest. Regularly engaging in activities that evoke positive emotions can also support the manifestation process. Surround yourself with people, experiences, and environments that uplift and inspire you. The more you immerse yourself in feelings of joy, gratitude, and contentment, the stronger your emotional signal will be. By harnessing the power of your emotions and consistently connecting with the feelings of your desired outcome, you enhance your ability to manifest effectively. Emotions are the driving force that fuels your intentions and brings them into reality. When you master the art of emotional alignment, you create a powerful synergy that accelerates the manifestation of your goals, making your dreams an inevitable part of your lived experience. Imagine standing at the threshold of your dreams, where everything you desire is not only within reach but already part of your reality. Everything in your life begins with your belief system. The way you perceive the world around you, the experiences you attract, and the outcomes you encounter are all shaped by what you genuinely believe to be possible. Your beliefs serve as the foundation of your reality, acting as a lens through which you interpret your experiences and interactions. Understanding this fundamental principle opens the door to realizing that your beliefs hold the power to create and transform your reality. Today we will explore how assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled can bend reality to match your deepest desires, guiding you to a life where dreams manifest effortlessly. Everything in your life begins with your belief system. The way you perceive the world around you, the experiences you attract, and the outcomes you encounter are all shaped by what you genuinely believe to be possible. Your beliefs form the foundation of your reality, acting as a lens through which you view your experiences and interpret your interactions. The moment you understand this fundamental principle, you realize that your beliefs hold the power to create and transform your reality. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are not merely wishing for something to happen, you are actively engaging in the process of manifestation. This assumption is not about positive thinking or superficial affirmations. It requires you to embody the state of being that comes with having achieved your desires. When you truly feel as though your wish has already been fulfilled, you align your inner world with the outer world you wish to create. This is where the magic happens. Your external reality begins to bend and shift to match the assumptions you hold within. The human mind is a powerful tool that cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you immerse yourself in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, your subconscious mind accepts this state as your new reality. For instance, if you desire a successful career, visualize yourself thriving in that role, feeling the excitement, fulfillment, and pride that come with it. Picture the conversations you have, the recognition you receive, and the joy of contributing meaningfully in your field. When you engage your senses and emotions in this process, your belief system begins to accept this imagined scenario as possible. This shift in belief has profound implications for your life. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you begin to radiate a different energy. Your emotions, thoughts, and actions align with the reality you desire, creating a magnetic force that attracts corresponding circumstances and opportunities. People around you will respond differently, opportunities will present themselves, and you will find that you are more open to receiving what you once thought was out of reach. Your new belief system begins to rewrite the script of your life, allowing you to move beyond limitations that previously held you back. Belief is not a static quality, it is fluid and dynamic. Just as beliefs can limit you, they can also empower you. When you make a conscious choice to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you actively participate in shaping your future. This process involves a consistent practice of reinforcing that belief in your daily life. The more you embody that feeling, the more ingrained it becomes in your mindset. Over time, this practice transforms your perception and creates new neural pathways in your brain that align with your desired reality. The key to making this work lies in consistency and emotional engagement. It's not enough to merely think positive thoughts, you must feel them as well. This emotional connection is what activates the manifestation process. When you feel the emotions associated with your fulfilled desire, whether it's joy, love, satisfaction, or empowerment, you send a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready and open to receiving what you wish for. This emotional charge amplifies your belief and strengthens your magnetic pull toward that reality. Challenges and doubts may arise as you navigate this process. It's natural to encounter moments of uncertainty or to feel the weight of old beliefs trying to resurface. However, it is essential to recognize that these doubts are simply reflections of past conditioning. They do not dictate your future. When you encounter such thoughts, consciously redirect your focus back to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Remind yourself of the emotional state you wish to embody and reaffirm your commitment to that belief. This practice helps you break free from the chains of limiting beliefs and align with the reality you desire. As you continue this journey, you may begin to notice synchronicities and signs from the universe that affirm your new belief system. Unexpected opportunities may arise, or you might meet people who resonate with your vision. These occurrences are not coincidences, they are manifestations of your aligned energy. The more you cultivate the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the more you invite these experiences into your life. You begin to see the world as a reflection of your beliefs, reinforcing your understanding of the profound connection between belief and reality. The principle that everything begins with your belief is a powerful reminder of your inherent ability to create and shape your life. Your beliefs are not just passive reflections of your experiences, they are active forces that influence your reality. By assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you tap into the creative power of your mind, allowing your reality to bend and align with your innermost desires. Embrace this transformative process and recognize that you are the architect of your life, capable of designing the future you envision. The moment you take ownership of your beliefs and feelings is the moment you unlock the door to unlimited possibilities. To manifest your desires effectively, it is crucial to adopt a mindset that assumes your goals have already been achieved. This involves not only thinking about what you want, but also deeply feeling the emotions associated with having already realized that desire. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process, but it is essential to focus on the end result rather than the specific steps that might lead you there. When you concentrate on the final outcome, you align your energy and emotions with that reality, creating a strong magnetic pull that draws it into your experience. Visualizing the end result means creating a vivid mental image of what it looks and feels like to achieve your desire. This process is more than just daydreaming, it requires immersion in the sensory details of your envisioned reality. What do you see, hear, and feel in that moment of realization? For instance, if your desire is to achieve a specific career goal, imagine the environment you'll be in. Visualize yourself in that office, surrounded by colleagues, engaging in discussions, and feeling the satisfaction of your accomplishments. The key here is to engage all your senses, allowing the imagined experience to feel as real as possible. This engagement amplifies the emotional charge of your visualization, making it more impactful. Emotions play a crucial role in this process. They are the driving force behind your thoughts and serve as a powerful energy that can manifest your desires. When you visualize the end result, you should allow yourself to feel the joy, excitement, and fulfillment of achieving your goals. This emotional connection is what transforms a simple thought into a powerful manifestation tool. If you can generate genuine feelings of gratitude and happiness in response to your visualizations, you send a clear signal to the universe that you are ready and deserving of what you seek. Focusing on the end result, instead of the steps to get there, creates a sense of freedom and allows you to bypass the doubt and fears that often arise when considering the challenges that may lie ahead. If you fixate on how to achieve your goals, you might become overwhelmed by the perceived obstacles or limitations in your path. This focus on the journey can create a feeling of resistance, making it harder for your desires to manifest. Instead, when you concentrate solely on the end goal, You release the need to know how it will happen. You trust that the universe will orchestrate the necessary circumstances to bring your desires to fruition, allowing you to remain in a state of openness and receptivity. The act of visualizing your desires as already realized also serves to shift your identity. When you immerse yourself in the experience of having what you want, you start to embody the feelings, beliefs, and actions of the person who has achieved that reality. This shift in identity is transformative. It allows you to align your thoughts and behaviors with your desired outcome. For instance, if you visualize yourself as a successful entrepreneur, you begin to think like one, make decisions as one, and act with the confidence that comes from being successful. This alignment makes it easier for opportunities and resources to come into your life, as your energy resonates with the reality you are trying to create. Another important aspect of this approach is the practice of detachment from the outcome. While it may seem counterintuitive, letting go of the desperation or urgency to achieve your desires actually enhances the manifestation process. When you are too attached to a specific outcome, you may inadvertently create resistance or anxiety around it. By focusing on the end result and cultivating the feelings associated with it, you can release the need to control how and when it happens. This detachment creates space for the universe to work its magic, bringing you what you desire in ways you may not have anticipated. The consistent practice of visualizing your desired outcomes reinforces your belief in their possibility. The more you engage in this mental exercise, the more your subconscious mind begins to accept these visualizations as your new reality. Over time, this practice will create a natural alignment between your thoughts, feelings, and actions. You will begin to see opportunities and pathways toward your goals more clearly, allowing you to take inspired action when it presents itself. It is essential to incorporate this practice into your daily routine. Set aside time each day to engage in your visualizations. Find a quiet space where you can relax and concentrate fully on your desires. Close your eyes and visualize the end result as vividly as possible, immersing yourself in the emotions and sensations of that experience. Make it a part of your life, so that you consistently feed your mind and emotions with the energy of what you want. The process of manifesting your desires hinges on the practice of thinking and feeling as if your goals have already been realized. By visualizing the end result and immersing yourself in the associated emotions, you create a powerful energetic alignment that draws your desires into your life. Focus on the fulfillment of your dreams, letting go of the need to control the journey. By adopting this mindset, you empower yourself to create the reality you desire, one that reflects the dreams and aspirations you hold within. Your imagination is the most powerful tool you have in shaping your life. It's not just a place where you can dream and envision your desires. It is the creative force that determines the experiences you have in reality. Every thought and image you vividly imagine carries the potential to become real. Your imagination is the birthplace of all creation, because it allows you to construct realities in your mind before they materialize in the physical world. The clearer and more vivid your imagination, the stronger the energy you send out into the universe to bring your visions to life. The process of manifestation begins with imagination. It's where you plant the seeds of your desires. When you allow yourself to fully engage in your imagination, you are engaging in an act of creation. Your mind doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. Both are processed the same way. That's why when you vividly imagine something, it feels real to you in the moment, triggering emotions, sensations, and experiences within. This is key to understanding how imagination works as a creative force. What you vividly imagine becomes impressed upon your subconscious mind, which then starts working to bring that imagined reality into existence. But it's not just about seeing things in your mind. For your imagination to truly have creative power, you must feel emotionally connected to what you are imagining. Emotions act as the catalyst that transforms your imagined scenarios into real-life experiences. When you imagine something vividly and feel it deeply, you generate the kind of energy that aligns with the manifestation process. This emotional connection infuses your imagination with life and signals to the universe that you are ready to experience what you're imagining. The combination of vivid imagery and strong emotional energy sets the wheels of manifestation in motion. For example, if you imagine yourself living in your dream home, It's not enough to just picture the house in your mind. You need to immerse yourself in the experience as if you're already there. Imagine walking through the rooms, feeling the textures of the walls, breathing in the scent of fresh air, and hearing the sounds around you. Most importantly, feel the emotions that come with living in that space, whether it's joy, peace, or gratitude. The more real and emotionally intense your imagined experience, the more powerful the signal you send out. That signal is what draws the circumstances and events necessary to bring your vision into reality. This is true for every area of life. Whether you are imagining success in your career, a loving relationship, or improved health, the same principle applies. Whatever you can vividly imagine and feel becomes your reality. If you consistently imagine yourself thriving in your career and feel the excitement, confidence, and fulfillment that comes with that success, you will begin to notice opportunities aligning with that vision. The same goes for relationships. If you imagine yourself in a loving partnership and feel the warmth, connection, and joy of being with that person, your reality will begin to reflect those feelings, drawing the right person or circumstances to you. The reason imagination is so powerful is that it shifts your internal state, and your internal state is what ultimately shapes your external world. When you vividly imagine something and feel it emotionally, you are changing the way you think, act, and respond to life. You start to behave as though what you desire is already yours. This shift in behavior is crucial because it creates a new energetic alignment. Instead of acting from a place of lack or desire, you begin to act from a place of having. The universe responds to this shift by rearranging circumstances to match your new state of being. Your imagination also has the power to override limiting beliefs. Many people are held back by subconscious thoughts that tell them they aren't good enough, deserving, or capable of achieving their desires. But when you engage your imagination, you bypass those limiting beliefs and connect directly with the part of you that knows anything is possible. In your imagination, there are no limits, only infinite possibilities. The more you practice vividly imagining your desires, the more you retrain your mind to believe in those possibilities. Over time, this practice dissolves old, limiting beliefs and replaces them with empowering ones. It's important to note that the creative power of imagination works both ways. Just as you can use your imagination to create positive experiences, you can also unconsciously use it to create negative ones. If you constantly imagine worst-case scenarios, feel fear, anxiety, or doubt, you are still using your imagination to create, just not in the way you want. The universe doesn't distinguish between positive or negative creations. It simply responds to the energy you are putting out. That's why it's essential to consciously direct your imagination toward what you want to create rather than what you fear. The more you practice using your imagination consciously, the more powerful your manifestations will become. Start small by imagining simple, everyday things: a conversation going well, a meeting being successful, or finding the perfect parking spot. As you see these small manifestations come to life, your confidence in the process will grow. Eventually, you can expand to imagining bigger desires and goals, knowing that the same principles apply. The key is consistency. The more vividly and frequently you imagine your desires, the more momentum you build toward their manifestation. Your imagination is not just a tool for daydreaming, it's a creative force that shapes your life. When you use it intentionally, you unlock the power to design your reality. Whatever you vividly imagine and emotionally feel is already on its way to becoming your experience. The more you engage with your imagination and connect it to your emotions, the faster and more effortlessly your desires will manifest. You are the creator of your life, and your imagination is the canvas on which you paint your reality. It's not just what you think that shapes your reality, but how you feel while thinking it. Feelings are the fuel that powers the manifestation process, making your desires come to life faster. Thoughts alone can direct your attention, but feelings bring those thoughts to a higher vibrational frequency, aligning them with the energy of manifestation. The way you feel about your desires sets the tone for how quickly and effectively they will manifest in your life. When your emotions are in harmony with your thoughts, the manifestation process is activated with greater speed and clarity. Your feelings are what truly amplify your thoughts and intentions, Consider the difference between thinking, "I want financial abundance," and feeling, deep in your core, what it would be like to live in a state of abundance. The thought alone may have little energy behind it, but when you pair it with a feeling of financial freedom, you create a powerful vibrational match to what you desire. That feeling elevates the thought, transforming it from a mere mental image into something alive, something that resonates with the frequency of the reality you want to experience. Feelings are a direct line to your subconscious mind, the part of you that works continuously to shape your external world based on your internal state. The subconscious responds more to the emotions you generate than to the words or concepts you repeat to yourself. You may affirm, "I am successful," but if you don't feel the emotion of success, if you don't experience the joy, pride, or excitement that comes with success, your affirmation will remain just words. It's when you feel successful, when you truly embody the emotion of already having what you want, that the subconscious begins to work in alignment with your desires. The more strongly and consistently you feel these emotions, the faster the subconscious works to make your external reality match your internal state. This is why feelings are often referred to as the secret ingredient in the manifestation process. While thoughts create the blueprint for what you want, feelings are what breathe life into that blueprint. They give your desire substance, making them more tangible in your mind and eventually in your physical reality. When you consistently generate positive emotions around your desires, you create a state of alignment between your inner world and the universe. The universe responds to the vibrational frequency of your feelings, matching them by bringing circumstances and opportunities that resonate with that energy. Negative emotions, on the other hand, can slow down or block the manifestation process. When you feel doubt, fear, or frustration, even if your thoughts are focused on what you want, you're sending out conflicting signals. For instance, you might think, "I want a loving relationship," but if you feel unworthy, anxious, or fearful about love, the feelings take precedence. The universe responds to the vibration of your emotions more than to the specific content of your thoughts. Therefore, it's crucial to align your feelings with your desires. When you can feel as though your desires are already yours, when you feel joy, excitement, love, or gratitude for what you are manifesting, you send out a clear signal that attracts the circumstances necessary to bring your desire into reality. Feeling good about your desires is not just about optimism or positive thinking. It's about energetically matching the state of already having what you want. When you focus on how having your desire would make you feel, and you consciously generate those emotions in the present moment, you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. The more you can embody the feeling of already having your desire, the more quickly your outer world will rearrange itself to match that feeling. For example, if you are manifesting a new career, it's important not just to think about the details of the job, what the position is, where it's located, or how much it pays, but to deeply feel what it would be like to be in that role. How would you feel walking into work every day? What emotions would you experience knowing that you're doing something you love? Would you feel fulfilled, empowered, or excited? The more vividly you can evoke those emotions, the faster the manifestation process will unfold, because you are aligning your energy with the outcome you want. Feelings also help to build a sense of certainty and expectation. When you allow yourself to feel as though your manifestation is already a reality, you stop questioning whether it will happen. You stop feeling the need to constantly check for signs or look for evidence that your desire is on its way. This sense of trust and certainty is key, because it creates a state of allowing. When you are in a state of allowing, you are no longer pushing or resisting, you are simply in the flow, letting the universe work through you. This speeds up the manifestation process because there is no longer any energetic resistance standing in the way of what you want. Your feelings are the driving force behind your thoughts. They are what transform abstract ideas into real, tangible experiences. When your emotions are aligned with your desires, you accelerate the manifestation process by creating a vibrational match to what you want. The more you can cultivate the feelings associated with already having your desires, the faster they will materialize in your life. By consciously choosing to feel the emotions of fulfillment, joy, love, and abundance, You not only enhance the power of your thoughts, but also set the stage for your desires to unfold effortlessly. The dialogue you have with yourself plays a pivotal role in shaping your external reality. The thoughts, beliefs, and words you entertain internally become the foundation upon which your external experiences are built. Every conversation you have with yourself, whether positive or negative, consciously or unconsciously, is like planting a seed. Over time, these seeds grow into the circumstances and conditions of your life. If you speak to yourself in a way that reflects lack, doubt, or fear, your external reality will mirror that. On the other hand, if you speak to yourself as if the manifestation has already occurred, you begin to align with the energy of having what you desire, and this alignment brings it into physical form. Speaking to yourself as if the manifestation has already occurred creates a powerful mental and emotional shift. Your mind begins to accept the possibility, and eventually the certainty, that what you want is not only possible but inevitable. This shift is crucial because your external reality always follows your internal state. When you change the way you talk to yourself, you change your expectations, which in turn changes the energy you project into the world. The universe responds to this energy, aligning circumstances, opportunities, and people in ways that bring your desires into reality. Your inner dialogue becomes the blueprint for how your life unfolds. For example, if you are manifesting a new job, you might be tempted to dwell on thoughts like, "I'm not qualified, it's so hard to find a job in this market," or "I don't think this is going to happen." These kinds of thoughts send out the vibration of lack and uncertainty, which the universe then reflects back to you through missed opportunities or continued frustration. But if you begin to speak to yourself as if you already have the job, saying things like, "I am so excited about this new opportunity, I love the work environment I'm in," or "I'm thriving in this position," you shift your energy to match the reality of already having what you want. This creates a magnetic pull that draws the desired outcome toward you. It's important to realize that your subconscious mind is always listening to your internal dialogue and does not differentiate between reality and imagination. When you speak to yourself in the present tense, as though your desire has already manifested, your subconscious accepts this as truth and begins to influence your thoughts, actions, and perceptions accordingly. Over time, this shapes your beliefs and expectations. If you consistently tell yourself that you are successful, loved, abundant, or healthy, your subconscious will guide you toward actions and decisions that support those beliefs, eventually making them a reality. Speaking to yourself as if the manifestation has already occurred also helps you to embody the feeling of having what you want. Feelings are a powerful aspect of manifestation because they amplify the energy you project. When you tell yourself that your desire is already yours, it's not just about the words you use, but the emotions you evoke through those words. If you say, "I am living in my dream home," and truly feel the excitement, comfort, and peace that come with that statement, you are energetically aligning with the reality of living in your dream home. This emotional alignment strengthens the vibration you send out and accelerates the manifestation process. Your inner dialogue can either support or hinder your ability to manifest. If you constantly contradict your desires with negative self-talk, you create resistance. For example, you might say, "I want to be financially free," but then internally think, "I never have enough money," or "I don't know how to manage my finances." These conflicting messages send mixed signals to the universe, which causes delays or obstacles in the manifestation process. But when you align your self-talk with your desires and consistently speak as if the manifestation has already occurred, you remove the resistance and allow the energy to flow more freely toward your goal. This approach also builds confidence and reinforces your belief in the manifestation process. When you start talking to yourself as if your desires are already fulfilled, you stop questioning whether they will happen and start trusting that they are already on their way. This trust creates a sense of certainty, and that certainty is what drives manifestation forward. The more you believe in your manifestation, the stronger your vibration becomes, and the faster your external reality shifts to match your internal dialogue. Speaking to yourself in this way changes how you perceive the world around you. When you believe that your manifestation has already occurred, you start to notice opportunities and possibilities that you might have previously overlooked. Your mind becomes attuned to the circumstances that align with your desire, and you begin to take inspired action without hesitation. This heightened awareness and responsiveness make it easier for your desires to manifest because you are actively participating in the process rather than passively waiting for things to happen. The dialogue you have with yourself creates the framework for your external reality. The more you speak to yourself as if the manifestation has already occurred, the more you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with that reality. This alignment draws the manifestation into your life, transforming your internal dialogue into your external experience. By consciously choosing to speak to yourself in a way that reflects the fulfillment of your desires, you become the creator of your reality, shaping your life from the inside out. Clarity in your desires is one of the most powerful accelerators of manifestation. The more specific you are about what you want, the easier it is for the universe to align the necessary components to bring your desire to life. When your mind is clear and focused, it becomes a direct channel for the energy that brings manifestation into being. Vague or scattered desires lead to mixed signals, which only delay the manifestation process. By contrast, clear, specific intentions act as a magnetic force, drawing the right people, circumstances, and opportunities into your life. When you are clear about your desires, it is as if you've programmed your internal GPS to guide you toward your destination. Imagine trying to get somewhere without knowing where you're going. There's no way to plot a course. The same applies to manifestation. If you aren't sure what you truly want, how can the universe deliver it? Lack of clarity causes confusion, not only in your mind, but also in the energy field that responds to your thoughts and emotions. It's like placing an order at a restaurant. If you tell the server, "I'm not sure what I want," they can't bring you anything. But when you know exactly what you want, the order is placed, and the process of fulfilling it begins right away. Specificity in your desires also helps you to maintain a strong emotional connection to what you want. The clearer you are, the easier it is to visualize and feel the emotions of having already achieved your desire. For example, if you're manifesting a new home, it's one thing to say, "I want a nice place to live," and another to say, "I want a 3-bedroom home with large windows, a garden, and a view of the mountains." The latter creates a vivid mental image and evokes a stronger emotional response, both of which fuel the manifestation process. When you can clearly see and feel what you want, you begin to attract the experiences and opportunities that align with that vision. Another important aspect of clarity is unwavering commitment to your desire. Once you decide what you want, stick with it. Don't allow doubt or indecision to cloud your mind. Changing your desires frequently sends mixed signals, both to yourself and to the universe. One day you might focus on manifesting a new job, and the next day you might decide you want to start a business instead. This back and forth creates confusion and delays the process. Be firm and resolute in your decision. The more consistent and unwavering you are, the faster your desire will manifest. Clarity also helps you stay aligned with your desire over time. Manifestation doesn't always happen overnight, and during periods when you don't see immediate results, it's easy to become discouraged or distracted. However, when your desire is clear and specific, you have something concrete to hold on to. This clarity helps you stay focused on your goal, even when outer circumstances seem to contradict it. You can return to the vivid picture of what you want and remind yourself why you're pursuing it in the first place. Clarity serves as a compass that keeps you on course, even when the journey feels long or challenging. Being specific also helps you recognize opportunities when they arise. When you are clear about what you want, you become more attuned to the subtle signs and nudges from the universe that are guiding you toward your manifestation. You might receive an unexpected phone call, notice a billboard with a message that resonates, or meet someone who offers exactly what you need. These are not coincidences, they are the result of your clarity. Your mind, now aligned with your desire, picks up on these signals, and you are more likely to take the inspired action needed to bring your manifestation into physical reality. Clarity prevents distractions from taking you off track. When you know exactly what you want, it's easier to say no to things that don't align with your desire. You become more selective about how you spend your time, who you interact with, and what opportunities you pursue. Distractions, no matter how appealing, no longer have the same pull, because your focus is on something greater. This single-mindedness is essential for speeding up the manifestation process, as it directs all your energy toward achieving your goal. Clarity in your desire strengthens your belief in the manifestation process. When you are clear and specific, there's less room for uncertainty, which in turn bolsters your confidence. You know exactly what you're working toward, and this certainty creates a powerful sense of anticipation. You begin to expect your desire to manifest, and expectation is a crucial element in the manifestation process. The more certain you are, the more your energy aligns with your desire, and the faster it materializes in your life. Clarity and specificity in your desires are essential for accelerating manifestation. When you are unwavering in what you want, your energy becomes aligned, your emotions become focused, and the universe can work more efficiently to bring your desires into reality. By maintaining this clarity and commitment, you allow the manifestation process to unfold smoothly and swiftly, guiding you toward the fulfillment of your deepest desires. Trusting the unseen process is one of the most vital aspects of manifestation. It requires a deep level of faith, the kind that goes beyond your physical senses and extends into the invisible workings of the universe. When you are in the process of manifesting something, it's easy to get caught up in what you can physically see, touch, or measure. However, manifestation often takes place behind the scenes before any tangible evidence emerges. This is where most people falter. They look at their current circumstances, see no immediate signs of change, and then start doubting. That doubt can unravel the entire process, as your emotional and mental state determines the outcome more than anything physical. Believing that your manifestation is happening, even without physical evidence, is the ultimate act of faith. This faith is rooted in understanding that the universe operates on unseen laws. Just because you can't yet see something doesn't mean it isn't coming into existence. It's like the wind, you can't see it, but you know it's there because you can feel its effect. Manifestation works similarly. The energy you put out in the form of your beliefs, feelings, and assumptions is always moving, always shaping, always aligning circumstances and events to bring your desires into reality. But this movement is often invisible at first, making it easy to question whether anything is happening at all. To trust the unseen process, you need to detach from the immediate need for results. This detachment doesn't mean you stop caring about your desire. It means that you don't obsess over how or when it will appear. When you trust that things are working out, you release the need to control every step. Manifestation isn't about micromanaging every detail of how your desire will unfold. It's about knowing that once you've set the intention, the universe begins to orchestrate events that are often beyond your awareness or comprehension. A key element of this trust is maintaining the feeling of already having what you desire. Even if the world around you looks the same, you must persist in feeling as though your manifestation is already real. The more you focus on this internal feeling, the more energy you give to it. And that energy creates the conditions necessary for your desire to materialize. It's like tuning into a frequency. If you want to listen to a specific radio station, you have to tune into the right frequency, even though you can't see the waves in the air. Your feelings and assumptions are the frequency that aligns you with your manifestation. Another important aspect of trusting the unseen is to avoid falling into the trap of letting your current reality dictate your beliefs. Often, when people don't see immediate results, they start thinking that nothing is happening, and this thought shifts their vibration. They begin to believe in the lack of their desire rather than its fulfillment. This is where persistence comes in. You must continue to believe in your manifestation, regardless of what's happening in the outer world. The outer world is a delayed reflection of your inner state. It can take time for changes to show up physically, but that doesn't mean they aren't in progress. When you trust the unseen process, you'll also become more open to unexpected ways in which your desire can manifest. The universe has infinite ways to bring your manifestation to life, but often it works in ways that you couldn't have predicted. If you are too focused on one specific path or outcome, you might miss the broader picture. Trusting the process allows you to stay flexible, knowing that the universe has a far greater capacity for arranging the details than you do. Faith is often tested when there's a lag between setting your intention and seeing it manifest. During this time, it's easy to feel impatient or discouraged. But it's crucial to remember that this delay is not a sign that your manifestation isn't working. In fact, the most profound changes often take the longest time to appear. Like an artist creating a masterpiece, the universe requires time to put all the pieces together in the perfect way. Sometimes what appears to be a delay is actually a necessary step in aligning circumstances and people to fulfill your desire in the best possible way. The unseen process involves trusting not only in the manifestation itself, but in the timing as well. This means releasing any attachment to deadlines or specific expectations about when things should happen. You trust that everything is happening in divine timing, which may not always match your schedule, but is always in your highest interest. Your role in this process is to stay aligned with the feeling of already having what you want, to persist in your belief, and to allow the universe to handle the rest. Trust is about holding firm to your internal vision, despite the lack of immediate physical evidence. It's about believing in the unseen forces that are constantly working to bring your desires into form. This unwavering faith is the bridge between your inner world and the outer manifestation. Instant manifestation does not always imply immediate physical results. While the change begins internally and energetically the moment you align your thoughts and feelings with your desire, the physical world often takes time to catch up. It's crucial to persist in your assumptions and the feelings of having already achieved your desire, regardless of the outer circumstances. This persistence creates a powerful vibration that eventually aligns the external world with your inner state. Manifestation hardens into fact through unwavering belief. If you allow doubt or fear to creep in, because you don't see immediate results, you disrupt the process. Your job is not to question how or when it will happen, but to maintain the state of belief that it already has. Even if the physical evidence isn't there yet, continue to live in the end result, emotionally and mentally. Over time, this persistence builds momentum, and your physical reality begins to shift, reflecting what you have consistently felt and believed. It's like planting a seed. You don't see the growth immediately, but with the right conditions and care, the seed breaks through the soil and eventually becomes a tree. In the same way, your inner assumptions need time to materialize. The manifestation becomes a fact when you persist in the assumption long enough for it to solidify into your physical experience. Stay patient, stay focused, and trust that the result is inevitable as long as you don't waver in your belief.